Why is it that we are far more likely to accuse of what we are than what we aren't? I had a teacher in high school who would always say, whenever you point the finger, three are pointing right back at you. Why is it that we are so good at spotting the weakness in other people, and very often we are really bad at seeing it in ourselves? So hypocrisy is literally everywhere. Let me ask a question. Would you consider yourself a good person? You see, we're saying this in front of a God who is real, who is perfect, and who is perfectly holy. He literally is perfection, and he has zero tolerance for sin of any kind. So we might say to ourselves, look, I've told a white lie here and there, but I'm no Charles Manson. This is what we call moral relativism. Sure, I'm bad, but compared to them, it's not even close. So let's take a second and discuss the difference between infinite and finite. The difference between where God is in holiness and where we need to be is an infinite gulf that we can't cross without help. See, God tolerates zero sin, but the big problem with sin is that it starts in our hearts before we actually commit the sin. The sin actually begins inside in the way we think. So this may come as a bit of a shock, but we've actually committed adultery by embracing lust. We've committed murder by hating first. We've stolen by simply taking anything that doesn't belong to us, like even someone's time. You see, James 1:14 and 15 says, "But each person is tempted when they're dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death." So let's ask again, are we a good person? Are we good people? Because if we can't answer honestly that we've lived a perfect sin-free life, I know I can't say that, then God's already told us that the wages of sin are death. All sin. Luckily, for us anyways, he had a plan from the very beginning. And that was to send someone to stand in for us, to pay the price for our sin, and to take the sentence of death for us. Because see, sin deserves death. So someone had to take that death sentence for us. There is only one person in the history of time that has ever done this. And that person was God incarnate. It was Jesus Christ. See, we've all fallen short. We are all hypocrites, and we all need a Savior. Matthew 7:3-5 says, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." Something to think about. Until next time.